Hi, it's T. Carlson here. RoboCop is certainly one of the high watermarks of the science fiction genre. Many of the sequel, follow-ups, animated series, and TV shows, of course, can't hold a candle to Paul Verhoeven's original film. But despite that, we've actually gotten the first sequel on 4K, courtesy of Scream Factory. What we're looking at today is RoboCop 2 in 4K. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. Great close-up of RoboCop there. Spine text. Back cover. Under the slipcover, it's pretty much the same artwork. Inside the case, we have our 4K Ultra High Def disc, and we also get a Blu-ray copy of the film that contains the bulk of the bonus features. Sadly, no reversible art on this one. Back to protect the innocent. Peter Weller returns as the toughest steel police officer once known as Alex Murphy in the high-octane sci-fi action sequel RoboCop 2. When Detroit's descent into chaos is further compounded by a police department strike and a new designer drug called Nuke, only RoboCop can stop the mayhem. But in his way are a sinister corporation and a bigger and tougher cyborg with a deadly directive: take RoboCop off the streets permanently. Featuring Nancy Allen, Dan O'Herlihy, and Tom Noonan, RoboCop 2 boasts a story by acclaimed comic creator Frank Miller and was directed by Irvin Kershner. Armed with bonus features and a 4K transfer, RoboCop 2 is back in action. Your move, creep. Again, the original RoboCop, directed by Paul Verhoeven, is one of the greatest sci-fi films of all time. It's an ultra-violent revenge fantasy of sorts, but it's also a brilliant satire. The second film, unfortunately, can't quite hold a candle to the first, but it is still the best RoboCop movie to come out after the original. Irvin Kershner is in the director's chair this time around, probably best known for directing the Star Wars sequel, The Empire Strikes Back. In fact, Kersh was actually one of George Lucas's professors when he was attending film school. He also directed Never Say Never Again, the non-Eon production James Bond film that came out in 1983. Peter Weller, of course, reprises his role as Murphy or RoboCop, and then you have Nancy Allen back as well. Sadly, Nancy Allen's role is a little bit diminished here. And Dan O'Herlihy returns playing the old man, the boss of OCP, Omni Consumer Products, the company that has pretty much taken over the city in question. Unfortunately, his role here doesn't really do him any favors, and he comes off as far less sympathetic as a result as he did in the first film, almost as if he'd learned absolutely nothing. There are some great violent action scenes and some interesting plot twists. One of the villains is actually a foul-mouthed child, which I thought was an interesting, completely unexpected, and entertaining plot twist. But unfortunately, the plot goes in way too many different directions. We have a subplot dealing with RoboCop having epiphanies of missing his family. He was once married and had a child. We have plots about OCP wanting to make RoboCop more marketable to the public. We have a gang of drug dealers. We have, of course, all the corruption in OCP and wanting to create something even more deadly than RoboCop. The movie just tries to do too many things, and with a runtime that pushes 2 hours, it's just too long and tries to pull off too much. That's not to say the movie's not entertaining, but again, it is a mixed bag. It's definitely one of those that I'd put under try before you buy. Not a bad film by any means, but there's nothing out there that can hold a candle to the original RoboCop. One thing I am happy to report, however, is that this disc from Scream Factory looks absolutely gorgeous. This is a fantastic transfer with beautiful picture quality. The HDR does exactly what it needs to do. You have deeper, darker black levels, bright, vibrant colors where they're called for, a lot of detail. This is what a classic film in 4K should absolutely look like, and Scream Factory has certainly done right by this title. On the Blu-ray disc, we do get all of the archival bonus features. There's also 2 commentary tracks, which also appear on the 4K disc. And it's a nice assortment of bonus features. Not really anything new here if you already owned the film from Scream Factory in the past on Blu-ray. My only real complaint here is they did not include the music video for the Babylon AD song, The Kid Goes Wild, which is featured in the film, and of course, the video featured the RoboCop character. But I guess you can look that up on YouTube and watch it, so that's not a total loss. So I have to say, if you are a fan of the RoboCop franchise, or you have a soft spot for this sequel, Scream Factory's disc looks absolutely phenomenal, and I think it does justice to this title. How about you? Are you a fan of RoboCop? Where would you put RoboCop 2 when you're ranking the films? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos. And make sure to give us a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.